All right, so this is part 3 of the top 10 defense stocks in 2025. So remember, there's a total of 10 of these, but we had to break them up so we didn't make such a long video to make the investors sit through. So let's jump right into it, beginning with Textron. Okay, Textron, this is military helicopters, beautiful drones, beautiful tactical vehicles. So tech, contracts, military, all that kind of stuff. You can tell that's the kind of season we're in. So on to their fundamentals. Upcoming financial results. Upcoming. Textron is set to release first quarter 2025 financial results on April 24th, just about a month from now. This announcement is likely to generate investor interest. So they got some positive news coming, it seems, and could provide insights into the company's performance and future outlook. Okay, financial health indicators. Textron maintains a market cap of approximately $13 billion, kind of like on the small cap side, and reported a net income of $824 million, so pushing $1 billion of net income. Beautiful. The company's debt equity ratio stands at 0.4, reflecting a manageable level of debt relative to equity, which is favorable for long-term stability. Beautiful. The return on equity is recorded at 11.4%, above 10%. Return on investment, indicating effective management of shareholders' equity. Beautiful on the fundamental side. In conclusion, Textron Incorporated is currently experiencing a positive phase characterized by an increase in its stock price and recognition for excellence in its operations. The upcoming financial results and expansion plans further highlight the company's potential for future growth. But despite recent fluctuations, the overall outlook remains optimistic, bolstered by strong leadership and a commitment to innovation and safety in the aerospace and defense sectors. Now, before I even get started, let's talk about the price point first. Very well priced, fairly priced at $75 for almost any investor. Now, on to the technicals. Okay. So what's driving where we are, the opportunity that's in front of us? Remember, there was a disclaimer that came on before I start talking about numbers and investing. We do not provide trading advice, trading signals, or manage capital for anyone. As always, consult a financial advisor of your choice before putting your capital at risk in these very volatile and dangerous financial markets, where you can lose not some, but all of your capital if you don't know what you're doing. Now, back to the technical. So one of my favorite trading techniques, it is very harmonic, and it is has a very positive expectancy, and this is coming in the form of what we call the 2618 trade. And in the 2618 trade, what happens is you have, in this case, a double bottom, okay, followed by a break and close above previous structure, okay, or above the V-neck in this case. So this one is working to perfection. So the 2 in 2618 stands for double top, double bottom. The 618 in 2618 technique stands for 618 retracements, which you see me have plotted out here. Again, this was a perfect 618 retracement to the golden ratio, and that's why you see the reaction starting to take place. And again, for that 618 retracement, that's a measure from this right side shoulder, swing low to swing high, and that's the 61%. Typically, when you get this, all that's really happening is you are getting confirmation that the trend has indeed reversed by that break and close in this correction to the golden ratio. And typically, the expectancy is a retest of where the price retraced from, okay, and then an extension upwards of 127% of where it came from. So swing low to swing high on the extension, okay, and then typically you would be looking somewhere in this zone between 127 and 1414 typically, or what you can look for as an A to B is equal to CD pattern. So we do have some harmonic activity going on, not necessarily an advanced pattern or harmonic pattern, but definitely reacting beautifully and harmonically, like again I said, to put us right here in this zone up here at $107. Now this opportunity is live and present. It is something I would give very, very strong consideration to, especially after reading over the fundamentals. So moving on to number 2, KTOS, Kratos Defense, military contracts, okay? Combat drones again, hypersonic systems. You go, guys, you go. Positive news highlights. Let's talk about the fundamentals real fast. So, inclusion in S&P small cap 600. So added to one of the larger indexes, but the small cap section, the S&P 600. So not that 500. This was March. This was last week. They got added to that. That tells you the type of growth and potential this company has. Kratos was added to the S&P small cap 600 index, signifying strong growth and market positioning, which is expected to attract more institutional investors, meaning they expect a lot of investors to start coming into this thing. Okay. Contract wins, short, medium range, suborbital. We talking space. Vehicle 2 program, March 11, just a couple of weeks ago, secured a contract with potential value exceeding $50 million to support missile defense missions. Okay, and then whatever this BQM 177A, supersonic aerial target jets. Beautiful, March 10th. So they're putting out a lot of stuff right now. Could probably expect this company to really explode. Awarded a $60 million contract to deliver additional target aircraft. Beautiful, and beautifully priced at only $32 right now, $31.96. It's going to be hard to give you projections on this, but let's get to the conclusion real quick. The recent upward movement in Kratos Defense and Security Solutions Inc. stock price has been bolstered by significant positive news, as you can see, including strategic contracts, facility developments. These guys are rocking and rolling, and inclusion in a major index. All great, amazing things. This is where you want to be, especially at a price point of $32. These developments reflect a solid growth trajectory and investor confidence, suggesting potential for continued performance improvement in the near future. Where else are you going to get information like this from? Let's talk about the technicals. You do see a slight little fall back because when price action was coming up, this was going to happen. Okay, after a 786 retracement back up to that move, you're going to see it kind of fizzle out and slow down, okay? Especially when you feel something as powerful as the advanced cipher pattern. Now, it actually it had so much momentum, it almost smoked the cipher pattern. A slight reaction, but the thing about it is all it did was fall back down into that area of support, that 786 zone. Let me show you this area here where it found support. If you go look, it's basically dealing with these areas of support here. Okay, so that's basically what's happened. So if I were to line that off, this is the support that it found. Okay, and that support that it found, it's what's driving this to go retest these highs where it had up here at $35 and beyond. Now, I don't want to reach too far. On this one and make a projection on price targets. But what I will do is if we do just go ahead and use extended targets, right, from the low to the high of that C leg on that cipher, and we look right up here, we can see, okay, at minimum $42, somewhere in between $42 and $46. That's on the conservative level for where this thing is going to go. So this is probably the most impressive one of all the stocks that we've talked about in this top 10. Kratos, I haven't seen any one that has this type of potential, this much beautiful fundamentals with that type of price point. Okay, moving on. The next is Parsons Corp. Okay, they are in space, missile defense, and cybersecurity. Okay, fundamentals, share repurchase authorization. So for whatever reason, the FTC authorized a share repurchase program, and what they did is they turned around and opened up $250 million. Now this does bring in the opportunity for the company owners to get kind of sneaky, so they can start buying up the shares themselves, which can manipulate the stock price. But let's talk about contracts first. Successful defense contracts. March 12th, just a couple of weeks ago, Ceiling Technologies, a subsidiary of Parsons, one of their companies up under them, was awarded a prototype agreement from the Department of Defense. Okay, beautiful. More government contracts to support national security missions. It's beautiful. This contract could enhance Parsons' revenue and market positioning. But In conclusion, Parsons Corporation has experienced a recent increase in stock price reflecting positive investor sentiment. Those are the things we want to see, influenced by strategic financial decisions such as the share repurchase authorization program, $250 million, remember, and recognition for ethical practices. However, ongoing legal investigations and concerns regarding financial performance, like what happened during this run, okay? Strategic financial decisions such as the share repurchase authorization and recognition for ethical practice. However, ongoing legal investigations and concerns regarding financial performance present challenges that could impact future stock stability. The combination of these factors create a complex outlook for investors considering Parsons Corporation. So the technical is, there's really not too much to go off of because the company is new. It went public. Its IPO was released in May of 2019. So only 6 years. That's why you don't see a lot of data. But from the price point and structure right here, right? So me just using, I could start right here. I could use that one, but I'm going right here for a reason. So from this low to this high, this is, again, as we get ready to conclude, what we're doing is a 618 retracement down to the golden ratio, okay? And then you see how powerful that is because what do you know? Things slow down and they look like they're starting to turn. So we're on the weekly chart. So you got 1, 2, 3 out of the last 5 weeks green or bullish. And the other part that you really would like about this is being oversold with bullish divergence, okay? So those things have to be taken into consideration. All right. So those things being said, obviously, let me just go ahead and finish this up. Obviously, what would happen with this, with a 618 retracement like this, is a retest of where it came from. If all goes well and stays well with this company, got some contracts, got some pretty decent fundamentals, but and they're under investigation for exactly how and what's been happening by the FTC. So looking at potential retests of these $113 range doesn't look too bad. And just to finish it off, a price point at $60 is not bad for a company like this that has some good things going on in its favor. So like the video if this information provided value to you. Okay, give it a thumbs up. Tell the algorithm that other people need to see this. Share the video with anybody who might be interested in seeing information like this or wanting to learn some of these trading techniques and this type of technical analysis where we primarily deal with advanced pattern recognition and harmonic patterns, but a host of other tools and strategies that we can use, Fibonacci, advanced Fibonacci, and everything that's in the toolbox. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Why you wouldn't want to be subscribed to this channel, I have no idea, but I really appreciate your support as we continue to add as much value as we can to the community and try to grow this channel. So with that being said, you guys take care of yourself, be safe in the markets, and I'll see you on the next video.